Hello, everyone. I am Professor Julio Rezende. I'm professor in Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte State in Northeast of Brazil, and I'm coordinator of the Space Analog Station Habitat Marte. I'll be talking about 60 protocols for space exploration, learnings from Habitat Marte Space Analog Station. I would like to say thanks to Eleanor, Paul, and also the Mars Society UK for the organization of this great event. And please, if necessary, contact me looking our information from Habitat Marte in social media. Habitat Marte is located in the corner of South America. In this case, I live in the city Natal, and Habitat Marte is located 100 kilometers or 2 hours driving to the countryside. But first, in this location, we developed a first initiative relates about how to think in terms of how to build a self-sustaining habitat. This is a photo from the location, okay? And what we are proposing is very connected with all 17 sustainable development goals. And in this case, our first approach in this rural property in the countryside was develop some sustainable construction. Here, it's possible to see one of the house done with recycled materials, in this case with plastic bottles. And this was something like 10 years ago. And our second approach was build a space analog station, Habitat Marte. Habitat Marte was influenced by my postdoc experience in University of Central Florida in Orlando, in Florida. During that time, I had opportunity to visit the Kennedy Space Center and see everything what happening in the United States, more in Florida, in space field. And also after this, also I during my research, I identified the development of activities of MDRS, the Mars Desert Research Station, organized by Mars Society, and the operation of Mars Society initiative encouraged us to create the Habitat Marte during 2017. Also, during 2016, we participate of a Mars Society convention in Washington, D.C., in Catholic University there, and was very inspired because during 2016, we shared our vision about how would be the operation of Habitat Marte in Brazil in that moment. Now we'll be talking more about Habitat Marte. In this case, our goal is be a space analog station simulating Mars on Earth. And we organized our first mission during 2017 in Brazilian semi-arid to attend the dream of everybody becomes an astronaut. We are located in the northeast of Brazil here. And also in this facility, we are building a second analog habitat called lava cave habitat. Is in a rock formations, is under development. And here's some photos from these two different locations in Habitat Marte. The photo also from lava cave habitat. Also show other map showing our location and also the part of our landscape. In this case, our mission is be a self-sustaining educational and research space analog station contributing for space and arid and semi-arid habitats. Our vision is be recognized in an international and national level, promoting the human sustainability, and our values are collaboration, creativity, respect, and empathy. Some numbers from Habitat Marte. We are the station with the largest number of annual missions. Annual missions, in this case, were organized 36 missions during 2020 and 36 during 2021. Also, we are the station with the largest greenhouse, 106 square meters. Also, we are the only space analog station in Southern Hemisphere, also operating a aquaponics system. And we were the pioneers operating the virtual missions. Also, we are the second analog space station with the largest number of missions. In this case, more than 110 and more than 600 participants. Okay. Now we're talking about our infrastructure and design. In this case, we have this green area is our greenhouse. The greenhouse is connected with the main building. In the main building, we have a dining room and kitchen. Also, 3 dorms, a dorm for 4 astronauts, a dorm for 2, and one big dorm for 6 or 7 astronauts. In this case, our capacity is we are possible to receive here until 13 or 14 space analog astronauts. Also, we have a library, and the Mars lab is our machine shop. We have some photos from some improvements done in Marte in our infrastructure, and some photos from Lava Cave Habitat too, where we are also expanding this facility. Our goal is be a initiative committed with sustainability research, integrating the results and the applications for space and semi-arid and arid regions. And our challenge is to be a self-sustaining habitat. This is connected with smart sanitation, related to smart water collection and management, sewage treatment and reuse. The second great point is the production of own food, the operation of a greenhouse, the use of aquaponics and hydroponic systems, and also the use of off-grid energy, in this case, the solar energy. Also, we can see the operations of these 3 dimensions of these 3 kinds of technologies aboard of International Space Station. We can see the urine processor equipment aboard of ISS. Also, they are producing the food using the equipment called VEGI, and also there's also solar panels aboard of the exterior of International Space Station. In this case, we consider these 3 points very key elements for space exploration to build a habitat to operate on Mars. And we have all these dimensions operating in our facilities in Brazil. Also, these aspects, we can have some learnings applied to sustainable development, also connected to some goals. We believe that some learnings would bring solutions to poverty and hunger, also related to clean water, also provide clean energy to local communities and under development in Brazil. An important question is also related to main goal of this presentation is what makes up that Marte space experiment. In this case, we observe 3 dimensions, very important dimensions. The main thing is the processes. Habitat Marte presents more than 60 protocols that we will be presenting in the end of this presentation. Also, we are developing new competencies. Also, we are developing new technologies, products and services, okay? Our actions are the missions. Also, we receive visits from schools and universities, participation in scientific expositions, lectures and lives, research and a methodology of competitions based on hackathons. During the missions, we develop intervehicular activities, the IVAs. Some examples of intervehicular activities are the organize the habitat, meal preparation, prepare abstracts and articles, answer surveys, prepare reports. verify improvements, maintain the greenhouse, scientific experiments, and the use of facilities. Some photos from since the first mission, also all the missions building the habitat, also building the greenhouse, building the aquaponic system. Also some months after, collecting the food in our greenhouse called biohabitat. Also producing the pesto sauce to prepare a pasta. The launching of our library. Also preparing the tilapia fish fillet, okay, to be consumed, a kind of plate prepared with tilapia fillet. The operation of a second deep water culture installed during 2020, and some food produced aboard of our greenhouse, okay? About our extravehicular activities, the EVAs, some examples are collect the mineral and soil samples, collect the biological samples, repair and station improvement, astronomical observation and astrophotography, hiking and use and evaluation of spacesuit. Here's it's a photo inside our airlock, okay? Also a photo exploring the landscape. Also, it's possible to see a very beautiful cactus in the region. Maybe we have the largest cactus in Brazil, I believe. Also, the example of our first prototype of spacesuit, but now we are developing a new prototype of space analog spacesuit. Some important extravehicular activities are in a volcano close to Habitat Marte, 45 minutes driving from our station. This volcano is called Cabugi. Okay, here you have some photos. This location. Also, we collect the soil samples to analysis. The soil samples was carried to a mine lab in our state, Rio Grande do Norte state, was done analysis, and we identified some chemical elements like iron oxide, silicon dioxide, calcium oxide, aluminum oxide, titanium dioxide, and these chemical elements, these geological elements, presents some similarities with the soil used by NASA in JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Also, the soil used by NASA was based in a soil from Mojave Desert. And this is very interesting. Both soils are more based in basalt. In this case, it's very important for us have a knowledge soil, because this can be something very important to future research in terms of astrobotany and astrobiology. Okay. Also, we have samples available if someone needs quantity of amount of this analog soil, we can share it and send through email. Now, one of our activities is develop a new spacesuit, as you can see here in this photo. A photo of front of our facade. And our results we had shared in international events like the Mars Society Convention, just participating during some editions. Also, the International Conference on Sustainable Development based in Columbia University in New York about sustainability. Also, International Astronautical Congress, we are participating since 2018. Okay, also we submit some papers to the 2022 edition in Paris. Okay, something important is until March 2020, we had 6 missions during 2020. okay? A total of 32 missions since the beginning, and we had 22 participants, okay, during 2020, and having around 100 astronauts in our missions. I request your attention about this number: 6 missions during 2020 and 22 astronauts until March of 2020. Then happens the COVID pandemics, and we stopped to develop the in-person missions in Brazil because in a confined and closed environment, it's very dangerous. The possibility to one analog astronauts transmit COVID to other participants. We stopped it in that moment in March 2 years ago, and we think about a new methodology of space analog missions, and we were challenged to develop a methodology of virtual missions. Okay, and this was very important to us because until that moment we only received participants from our state, local participants. And since that moment, we received a participant from Greece, Augustus, and after this, we had participants from many different countries participating in the missions of Habitat Marte. In this case, we depart from 6 missions and 22 participants to 36 missions during 2020, and from 22 participants to 222 participants in 2 years ago, okay, and more than a year ago. And also last year, 2021, we developed 36 missions too, and we had 360 participants. Now, during 2022, we are just happening at 40 missions and having 78 participants. The virtual missions are very democratic and very easy to participate, and the participants are very happy with the results about this kind of methodology. Okay, in the case of virtual missions, we have a concept of a station with seven facilities, and during the virtual missions, they will be invited to be chiefs or participants of these facilities. Each one will be a chief of a different facility in a station, an imaginary station on Mars. And each participant needs to think how would be the operation of these specific facilities on Mars. This is an example of a virtual meeting with participants from many parts of the world in a missions case, participants from 4 different countries, okay? And our virtual meetings are called Capcom. More about the virtual missions, the facilities that they need to imagine the operation are the launch center, the main station, the health facility, the greenhouse, the sanitation center, the engineering facility, and the power station. And they need to imagine how would be the operation of each facility. Okay. Now, since the June of 2021, we restarted the in-person missions in Brazil. Okay, and now we'll be talking about a little more about our in-person missions, inviting everyone that would be very welcome to travel to Brazil. This is a photo from my city, Natal. Natal means Christmas because the city was discovered during the Christmas day, and also I live close to this area. And we'd like to present a little bit about Natal and some flights from, we have direct flights from Lisbon, flying by TAP, TAP, to Natal. It's a direct flight. It's very easy to everybody come to our country, and some photos from our locations. And we are presenting some photos from Natal that would be interesting. Have some free times, at least 3 nights, extra 3 nights in Brazil to have some fun and have some social activities here. Okay. In this case, about the activities in our in-person missions, we have activities and protocols proposed by Habitat Marte, activities and protocols proposed by the crew, by some specific Analogue astronauts, also activities and protocols proposed by partners, sometimes funders to the mission, also activities and protocols proposed by remote crew from Capcom. Now, an important chapter and part of my presentations are the protocols applied to in-person missions. In this case, we have some activities pre-mission. Some activities pre-missions are the communication with candidates, farewell, building a space team, pre-mission meeting, travel setups, protocols for international. So we have some guidelines to come to Brazil, safety and health protocol, and physical condition evaluation. You need to know how is the physical conditions of participants. In the beginning of the mission, we have the unloading, the welcome, socialization, the hydrometer, when we see the quantity of the liters in the beginning, and how many liters will be consumed in the mission when you look in the end of the mission, the quantity of the liters consumed in the mission. Also look data about time, temperature, and humidity. Also in the beginning is presented the Habitat Marte facilities. Also initial protocol when explain everything about the mission, how the mission will be operating. In the intravehicular activities, we have the activities of Capcom. We look the weather forecasting to plan the extravehicular activities in the next day. We are preparing for extravehicular activities. We have daily reports, a list of images to register, also publications in social networks, workouts, meditation, arts, food setup, a very interesting free diving activity here with one of our instructors, Tiyoko Hashimoto, a great trainer and specialist about diving. And we have some diving activities in Habitat Marte, okay? And these are some examples of intervehicular activities developed aboard of Habitat Marte. In this case, about the extravehicular activities, we have the activities about evaluation of our spacesuits by the Analogue astronauts. Also, some guidelines for EVAs during the specific missions, EVA missions. Also, activities about evaluation of our airlock. About health, health is a very important area of protocols. This is related to our pharmacy, evaluation of blood glucose, pressure measurement, about some data about weight, the use of oximeter, first aid training, health emergency, if necessary, transport to a hospital, and protocols using the health apps based on iPhone or Samsung or other cell phones. In engineering, we have a solar panels app. This is a kind of example of our app to control the energy generation. As you can see here in this photo, it's a print screen from our app. Also about to follow the solar panel system, about protocols to 3D printers, hover tests, and also batteries tests. Some about the environmental sustainability, we are following the consumption and optimization of water consumption. Also care about the water consumed by the bath, during the dishwashing. Also protocols for waste recycling and protocols for our BioMarte sanitation system. Again, further, we have protocols for food micro production, for food production related to cultivation, maintenance and adjustments, harvesting, rotation, and aquaponic systems management. Okay, and these are some examples of our protocols, okay, that we are sharing for the first time in this event. And we have a calendar of virtual and in-person missions for 2022. Everybody are welcome to travel to Brazil. It's something that I'd like to say, that we are maybe the more safe station in the world right in this moment, okay, because we are not affected by Ukraine war, okay, and a very safe place to receive international applicants. Also, we have missions proposed from Central America, from Europe, okay, and from United States, but we are still open to receive also international applicants, okay? And everybody are welcome to travel to Brazil. Here are some flags from countries participating in activities of Habitat Marte. During September 2021, we received the Brazilian Space Agency president with a committee, okay. Also, we are developing a crowdfunding campaign, okay. Everybody are welcome to donate. Is very important to our economic sustainability. And we are launching our Space Habitat event. This event will be happening from July 1st to 3rd. It's a free event. We are receiving abstracts, 300 words from Portuguese, English, and Spanish abstracts, and everybody are welcome to participate. It's also an event from Mass Society Brazil, Space Renaissance Initiative, Habitat Marte, Federal University of Rio Grande do Norte State, and other partners. Also, if someone wants to be part of our scientific committee, are welcome. And these are my contacts. My WhatsApp is 55, the Brazilian code 84-99981-8160. This is my WhatsApp. My Twitter is Julio FD Rezende. And my Instagram is only Julio Rezende as my name, okay? And thanks so much for your attention. And also, please contact us about how to participate in an in-person mission or in our virtual missions, okay? Thanks so much.